Sophia, you also write, how ridiculous it all seems. You have no experience, but strong feelings about dating, I'm assuming. Okay, what's ridiculous?
I just like talked to my friend because she's very much in the dating scene, and we were talking about something, and she's like, oh, love bombing this, like the 3-month rule that, and like all this stuff, and I don't know, call me old fashioned or whatever, but it all just seems like retarded as hell. And it's
Yes,
just like,
I agree.
let's go back.
Yes,
Absolutely. I just like,
Yep.
I want to find my husband, but like I want to like do it. I don't know. It just seems too much.
Okay.
All the games,
Yeah,
they're
I think
ridiculous.
yeah,
it's so
just
stupid. There's
so
all these
exhausting.
rules. There's all these texting rules. I don't do
You're
any
right.
of that.
There's all these rules, like I won't do a guy's laundry.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
These
You
women
can't
are
get
fucking
over
playing
that.
these games.
on.
I
Just
won't do
fold
his
the
laundry the first time I come
the freaking
over.
Laundry, huh?
I won't do it the first time I come over. I didn't say
That's
I won't
such,
do
you're
it at
such
all.
a game player.
It's not
Such a
games.
game.
If anything,
Oh
you're
my
the game
God.
player. You're like testing chicks. Like, oh, is she gonna do my laundry when she comes over the first time? Gotta stress that.
I don't think it's a test.
Do you think he's normal?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Normal? Like by what
Okay,
standard?
what's the thing?
I
just
mean,
kidding.
out of all the people that I know,
Just a joke.
Brian is not.
I'm not- don't worry.
He's
Normal
a little
is
abnormal.
boring.
She says I'm abnormal. Okay.
Or a little. I said a little. Because I've never known a guy that wants
Yeah, but what is
bowing.
normal? So normal is
No,
like
high standards is not.
like what is the normal thing
Boring.
happening in dating? It's basically like
I think you're in the wrong country, dude.
Women just like men and women just like being in situationships and fucking a bunch of people. Like that's kind of normal. Fuck normal.
No, that it's absolutely ridiculous. I agree. I've never been in a situationship. I've never been in those things. I've also
Well, I mean,
never
you said
played
you've had
dating
a few one night
games.
stands, but like if that's
When I was
normal-
young, okay, when I was
Okay.
young,
yeah, that's normal.
it
Fuck
is normal. No,
Yeah,
it is normal
fuck
now.
normal.
But okay, but to expect a bow and to expect laundry on a first time over,
Yeah.
wild. You
You're
belong
wild.
in
You're insane.
Japan.
You're degrading. You degrade these men.
No, it's
You
wild.
degrade. They're a wallet to you. These men are an ATM to
Absolutely
you.
not.
He should pay on a first date. That's
That doesn't mean
degrading.
he's an ATM.
Brian, you want like an old-fashioned girlfriend, but you don't want to get married.
Well, hold
Yeah,
on.
that. Oh, yeah.
I kind of
please
need to
call
know
them.
that because I'm still not married, and I think the reason is the same you have. So, tell me why.
What do you mean? Why? I don't believe in marriage.
Why?
Married? Why do you do that? Why do you do a little?
You claim to be traditional, but then refuse to
Well,
get married.
hold on.
Silly.
Actually, I don't really make that claim ever. I don't think I've ever
You
said.
just were talking
I'm
about traditional roles.
So I
Husband
believe,
and
sure,
wife.
Sure. So I believe that when we're talking about traditional, that this word gets used in other ways, but I believe it's a spectrum. That might sound stupid or whatever, but I think most people are not fully going to. I don't think it's like you either are or you aren't. I think there's some degree of a spectrum to being traditional. In this case, I think I lean more towards traditional in some degrees, but as it relates to marriage, you're right. I'm not traditional on that front.
So you're not religious?
No, I'm agnostic. Although I'm pro Christianity.
But if you find the girl you really love and she wants to get married,
And
you still don't want to get married.
no,
Not even
Why?
for the perfect girl.
Right. Because I'm
yeah,
a
sure,
girl that
perfect
really
girl,
wants
sure.
like the.
People
Okay,
aren't perfect though.
But why?
Why what?
Why do you not want to
Why
get
do you
married?
not want to get married?
Oh yeah, sure. So there's a whole bunch of reasons. I think
I used
that
to be like that.
so. Marriage, in the breakdown, the instance of a breakdown of a marriage when you're getting divorced, the state, the government becomes involved. I'm not a big fan of the government meddling and trifling in the private relationship affairs of people. So the government says, well, you know what? You've been with this woman for this long and you make this much money. She makes this much money. You need to pay her while she's fucking other men. You need to pay her $10,000 a month for the next 5 years. Fuck that. No government is going to tell me I owe a woman who's no longer fucking me money. Fuck that shit. You think I'm going to but the government's going to tell me
It's crazy.
to pay spousal support, to pay alimony to a woman who isn't fucking me
But
and is fucking another guy? Fuck out of here
I
with
agree
that
with that.
fucking
Well,
bullshit.
yes.
For-
That's
not
some
even for
fucking
kids?
bullshit.
can you
for
not do
kids?
that if you have a prenup?
I just want to tell you,
Prenups get challenged. Prenups, look, I'm not a lawyer. Prenups do get challenged. I think prenups can't always be protective. I'm not sure exactly if it can completely. I don't know if prenups can fully. I don't know. What
They
the right word
protect
is.
everything
that, yeah.
prior to your union.
Yeah, I don't know if you can just like in a prenup, can you actually say, no, even if we've been dating for 10 years, I don't have to pay you alimony? I don't know if that's a thing you can do in a prenup. I think it's the assets you had prior to the marriage can be protected. Anything generated during it, I don't think can really be addressed. I don't think a prenup can supersede state law. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. In any case, divorce is fucking terrible for the breadwinner, whether you're the woman or the man, but probably a bit worse for the men. So yeah, there's that.
I understand that because Dr. Phil said, well, actually, he said, you don't divorce the same person that you marry. And I thought that was like really smart. But let's say, can you get married in a church without getting married like for the government?
And there wouldn't be any ramifications legally. Sure, I don't care.
So
Then you would do it.
Although I do think like blowing like tens of thousands of dollars on a marriage is kind of stupid. So
It doesn't have to be.
No, my wedding
Yeah,
cost
sure.
$4,000. So
I mean, still for 4,000 for
For a girl that you love, that who's
4,000
been-
for you. That's a lot of money.
what?
That's a lot of money.
It was. I
Come
spent
on.
a lot of.
That's a lot of money.
that's
But
nothing
it's a
for a
It
celebration.
was at the time. I wouldn't say.
That's nothing for a marriage.
For a wedding,
You
$4
should do it
grand.
once
I've
in
never
your
heard of
life.
anything like that. I
I
used to
get
work
that,
at,
but are you guys paycheck to paycheck?
Yes.
That $4,000 is a fuck ton of money
a
for
lot of
paycheck
money.
to paycheck.
And back then, we made nothing. But
Where do you live again?
upstate New York,
How much do you pay in rent per month?
I have a mortgage, and
How much do you pay for the mortgage?
including escrowed
month.
in, is $1,000. So that's really great.
That's
actually.
4 months
Yeah.
of her mortgage payment. Down the drain. Here's my backyard. Here's my backyard. Stand, motherfuckers.
But for a lot of
I-
girls, it's like
I agree.
Oh, look, wait.
No,
The
I
girl
agree.
who doesn't. Whoa. Did you guys catch that? Hold on.
girl that doesn't want.
What? The girl who doesn't care about money just said $4,000 isn't a lot of money.
No, not for a wedding.
Oh.
How much would you want your
$4,000?
engagement ring to be?
We did have
For
over
somebody who's paycheck to paycheck, 4,000, and that's a lot of people in the United States, is a lot of money.
We had over 100 people too.
Wow.
So it was like probably the food, but it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun.
All I'm saying is I used to work in a banquets. I used to work at a hotel, and the weddings were upwards of $100,000. So when I think 4,000,
Yeah,
and I've been to a lot of weddings that
Congrats,
are
you're at the
expensive.
Ritz-Carlton or
That's
whatever. I
true.
don't
Weddings
fucking
are
know.
expensive,
They're
but
very
it's a
expensive.
waste of money.
It
It's
is.
a waste of
It
money.
is.
No,
It's a huge waste of
It's a
money.
waste of
little
money.
girl's dream.
My-
And you have to have
One of
a
my best
crazy
friends just
wedding.
got married, and she.
Grandma can sit on the fucking grass.
No.
Grandma can sit on the grass.
I am so frugal. No. When I am very, very frugal, so I agree, and I would never spend over 20 grand on one day of my life ever. But I will tell you, I mean, it's not a lot if you spend
Okay,
15
so
grand.
back to your question. You were saying, oh, Brian, you don't want to get married. Why? I don't think you should sign a contract that sucks. I don't think you should sign a contract where somebody is rewarded for breaking it. Women, when they do break the marriage contract, when they do initiate divorces, by the way, 80% of divorces are initiated by women.
I don't
Women
like that.
are
Yeah.
rewarded for this. So,
You mean if? You're saying when? Like it's inevitable.
well, no. When I say when, I mean when it happens, when it can happen. when it does happen.
If it
I
happens.
think like over 50%
okay,
of people
whatever.
get divorced.
I know.
I mean,
it's sad. It's horrible. No, I used to be like you when I was a little younger. I hated marriage and I thought it was a scam. And it is kind of a scam. But I was going to tell you that alimony is still paid when you have children with somebody, regardless of marriage. So you were, and I was going to ask you, you wouldn't want to pay your spouse alimony for the children, or child
hold
support?
on.
I
Child
guess.
support's different. Child support, I think there are compelling arguments for child support. Although I think that in many jurisdictions, like if you're a high earner as a guy, that child support, like the money as it relates to child support is not being paid for not being spent on child support. So I think, in the same way with SNAP benefits, food benefits, you can you take your SNAP card or whatever to a grocery store, you can't buy, I don't know, if you take it to a CVS, you can buy, I know you probably shouldn't shop for food at CVS, but you can go to CVS and buy like cookies with your SNAP thing. Sure, there's a debate over whether people should be, whatever. But you can't like go and buy, I don't know, what, crutches or some shit. Or I don't know what, you can't buy like,
you think of?
I don't know, maybe they sell, maybe they sell like a pull-out chair at CVS. You can't buy a pull-out chair with your food benefits. There should be something like that with child support. They can only spend the money on something that's child support related. Probably a little more complicated than food, but I do think that there's some abuses of the child support system. I think that there should be caps. So if you're a high earner, you shouldn't be paying $10,000, $20,000 in child support. That's ridiculous. Alimony, get the fuck out of here. It's 2025. Women have full access to the workforce. Women can work. No, maybe there's an argument that can be made it should be proven though that like if you're a guy who makes $5 million a year and your wife has a college degree, she can probably enter the workforce within a reasonable period of time. Maybe there's some argument, okay, you've been married to her for 20 years and she didn't work at all and she dropped out of college to have kids with you. Okay, you can support her for a period of time. I'm willing to make some compromise. 3 years max.
It should be circumstantial.
3 years
Substantial,
max.
for sure. I agree.
But you've been married. I think in most jurisdictions, you've been married for 20 years. That's lifetime alimony.
Yeah, I know. My mom
That's
got
lifetime
it. My mom
alimony.
was married for 20 years, and now for the last 20 years, my dad's been paying her.
Yeah,
And
it's kinda
I
shitty.
have been telling him to go to
to
court.
do what? What can he do? He's being forced.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's bad.
There are
I get
some
it.
things
I don't
he
think
could
we have
do,
it.
but yeah.
Those that you have to pay.
Well, in some European countries, they're not nearly as retarded as the U.S. is when it comes to child
California.
support. Yeah, California's fucked. Child support, alimony, all this shit.
But I still think divorcing is too easy.
I
in
agree.
many ways.
I agree.
But I don't know. Look, I think I don't think you mentioned prenups. I don't think a prenup is going to save a man if the woman is motivated enough. Women will, even if the woman has good intentions, you step into a lawyer's office. Lawyers see money.
Yeah.
They just care about money. They want to
Succubus.
make, and I don't know how it works. Maybe the lawyers get some sort of percentage of the settlement from the divorce, whatever. And they want to keep it in court. They want the billable hours. So you could be a dutiful Christian woman. You step foot in that lawyer's office.
They will turn everything.
The lawyer, he's not
Will be a shackle.
approaching thing. Yeah, he's gonna get as much as he possibly can for his client. In fact, I think he has some legal obligation to represent his client to the best of his ability and get the best possible outcome, money for his client.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I think he has a legal duty to do this. Yeah, you need to do your best effort or whatever as an attorney. You can't just be like, no, we should do it. I mean, obviously your client has final say, but lawyers are very convincing. Lawyers, that's their whole job, to argue.
So what would
Lawyers-
be your chess move if you will find a girl, you're together like
Never get married.
8 years, and you know she wants to get married, what will you do?
I mean-
sit down and have something else on the table?
Don't get it twisted. I can stay with a woman for my entire life and take care of her, and we can have kids. But marriage is
just-
out of the picture.
But still,
Marriage is a
because you're
no-go.
afraid of divorce.
It's not
get
that
Or
I'm
it.
for
afraid.
fear of divorce. That is the only reason that you gave us.
Hold on. Hold on. I don't
I
understand.
get it, but
I'm afraid.
But like, do you
Should I
get
just grant
engaged?
this?
Do you go to the church and have
the only reason
something? Do
that
you
you
have a
have-
wedding? What are you bringing to the table on that point for her
Am
not to
I-
lose
so,
the
I
dream
mean,
of it?
So I don't really gamble. Does that make me like I'm afraid? Am I afraid to lose money because I don't gamble?
Yes, because you're doing a smart move.
Or is it not about fear? Is it about looking at the chessboard, or I guess I don't know, whatever you're, blackjack or poker or whatever, looking at it and being like, this isn't a good bet to make.
It's a warranted fear, but it is a fear of divorce.
Okay, sure, I'll grant it. So, okay, cool. I'm scared of being divorced. Oh no.
Well, that's why you aren't going to join in the union.
Men should rightfully have some reservations and some concerns.
Yeah, be more
as it-
discerning of who they're getting with. That's really the
Yeah,
problem.
but
Well,
like,
it's not just that.
you
Holy shit.
divorce
Oh my
a
God,
different person
what
that
the
you marry.
fuck?
Mostly it's true.
Do you think most people by the way, divorce rate is what, 80% or some shit? I don't know. Or 50%, sorry, 50%. Do you think most people on their wedding day think I'm going to divorce this person? I'm going to be divorced?
No.
Okay, 50% of marriages end in divorce.
I
So discernment.
mean, if a
seems like
girl is
things
bowing for you
change.
and doing those things for you, maybe you
Doesn't
shouldn't
mean-
break
it
up
doesn't
with
mean
her.
that- Well, break up with her if things are going well, sure, but
But if she wants
I'm
the
not gonna
marriage,
give-
she wants the
Yeah.
wedding, are you going to like come to the middle of that and offer like to have the wedding or getting engaged or
Not-
going to the church, but not just
there could be
getting
some,
married?
There could be some
Legally.
compromise. There could be a compromise where it's like just like I don't know, she wants to do the ceremony so long as there's nothing legally binding there. I guess I'm okay with the ceremony. I still think it's a bit of a waste of money, depending on how much you spend. If it's a reasonable affair, I suppose I'd be open to it. But I'd be curious if there's any legal liability to even doing the ceremony. I don't know. I don't know. If there's not, if we grant that there's no legal liability whatsoever, just doing the ceremony, sure. I suppose I'm okay with it. I'm not going to spend $100,000 on the wedding, though. Fuck that.
Yep.
I'll spend, what I'd think is a reasonable amount. But I'm not, no, that money can be better spent elsewhere.
Doesn't the government in the United States deem you like legally married after 8 years or 7 years of?
There's common law
Filing?
marriage, but it depends on the state.
Yeah,
I
in New
don't-
York, they don't have it.
In California, I don't believe there's common law marriage.
Really?
Yeah, so it's basically you've been living together.
Yeah,
you guys have been
and filing
maybe
together.
portraying yourself as married, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Then some weird, funky common law marriage shit. That's stupid too. Fuck that shit. That should be abolished. fuck common law marriage. That should only be a thing if we're agreeing to get married.
You get a tax break for all
I
that.
don't give a fuck. Divorce, the risk reward is all fucked up.
Only
And
if you're
women-
dating somebody who's going to take you
Remember
for.
at the very beginning of the show, well, it took us a long time. Going around the table, starting with you, Maria. How many relationships have you been in?
About 4 or 5.
Of the 4 or 5, how many of them did you initiate the breakup?
I think all 5.
All 5? How many relationships have you been in?
3.
3? How many of those did you end?
2.
2 of the 3. How many relationships have you been in?
2.
How many of those did you end?
None.
They broke up with you? Okay. How many relationships have you been in?
Like the real, like a
Into the
boyfriend.
mic.
Sorry, a boyfriend. Right. Not just dating.
6 months plus.
Okay. I guess 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. Okay. Well,
2 relationships.
did you end them?
Well, one I'm still in, and the first one, no.
Of the ones you ended. Okay. What about you?
5 people, and 3 of them broke up with me. So
Okay.
I ended with 2.
And then, well,
Oh, yeah, 0.
Women overwhelmingly end relationships. Women overwhelmingly initiate divorces.
But I think
It's a bad deal for men. It's a bad deal for men.
I agree.
I agree.
like, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in a relationship, a guy doesn't kind of see or realize when things are going to shit before the relationship has ended. Like, before everything around him will change in his head, even though you go home and you argue every day, you're still in the relationship and nothing is kind of changed. But a girl goes through the breakup for months before she decides to leave.
Well,
The men
I guess
are
that's a failure
oblivious.
of communication, perhaps on both their parts. But so women, I mean, okay. Women initiate the majority of divorces.
I think men will never, they very rarely, to be honest, they'll very rarely ever initiate a breakup or a divorce. But when they are not interested in you anymore, they will also make that
Show you.
very, very clear through their
So we're kind of
actions.
pushed into the divorce. You get distant, you stop trying.
Sure, I think that's fair to say that there are times where, like, men will just
It's easier. Like,
will
you
kind
just-
of create the opportunity for the woman to end the relationship. I think that that's a phenomenon. But in any case, even if this lowers the breakdown to 60% of the time, the woman is genuinely the initiator, not like the guy's just being a kind of a dickhead or whatever. Still not a good deal. Still
How
not a
long
good
has the
deal.
percentage been that high? Because in my head, it's because we have the social media and we have this and that, and women seem to just look around and want something else, even though we're not grateful about things anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we think that
This is
it was.
Yeah.
It's too easy. It's too easy to go out and date. Too easy to, find somebody who you think will appreciate you more.
You ask a woman or a man nowadays, like, what was the woman's place 60 years ago? And they will be like, oh, it was terrible. It was between a fist and a oven. But in reality,
A fist?
you don't have that saying. Okay, we have a saying like that. A woman's place is between a fist and an oven. It's badly said. But we don't realize that women didn't vote or do things like that then because we had so much more things to do. It wasn't so important to us. And we weren't still suppressed. We just had different value. And we kind of forget to be grateful for the things guys did.
I have 2 friends going through really nasty divorces, and both times it was very sudden and it was very abrupt, very random, and the woman did initiate, and it got nasty really fast.
Brian, if you didn't know these statistics, if you didn't know how many divorces were happening and you didn't have that information, you might think differently about marriage? If you had no idea that the numbers.
I mean, regardless of the numbers, the financial risk still exists. Even if it's lower, even if 40% of marriages end in divorce, 30%, 20%, it still exists. The risk is still there.
So if you could have a prenup that will save you from that or protect you from
It
that,
only
you would do
protects
it.
you from what's prior.
But if you could have a prenup that will protect you later on.
Okay, yes, in a hypothetical world where a woman would never divorce me, would I get married? Sure. Like, she would just never divorce. Yeah, I get, sure, but that kind of defeats.
That's kind of the
purpose.
goal, yeah.
So, like, in a hypothetical world where a prenup can fully protect my finances in the same way as if we weren't married and she was just my girlfriend, sure, I'll get married.
So yeah, so if you could trust that the breakup would be perfect. and
That's like,
go
but that's like
smartly.
asking me, hey, Brian, you see that ugly girl? If she was really beautiful, would you fuck her?
I mean, if they like abolished alimony rules,
Yeah.
they could abolish alimony
yes.
Yeah,
laws.
that's true.
We could vote on it potentially.
Okay, I don't think, practically
Never
speaking.
gonna happen because of money, but that would be great.
Guys, we're going to lower the TTS here as we're trying to get this. TTS, $30 TTS. $30 TTS, roast session if you want. If you have a Q&A, you know, you have a question you want to ask, $30 TTS. It should be all changed. There it is, guys, if you want to get it in, $30 TTS. Also need to do that there. I mean, I think the big thing you also, even if you're like more conservative, you're Christian, you're more traditional. Hold on, let me get this pulled up. All right, $30 TTS. I think one of the big things, even like Christian people or traditional people, tradcons, whatever, they fail to realize is that the state presides over the marriage, not God, not the Bible, not your biblical values. When the woman is unhappy, even if she's a Christian, even if she's a virgin, all the factors that could make the likelihood of the marriage going the distance, when the woman is unhappy, she will go to the state. She won't go to God. She won't go to her priest or pastor or church. She has to go to the state. Eventually, if she's dead set on the divorce, maybe hey, pastor, should I blah blah blah, should I get a divorce?
They'll intervene.
Well, no, I mean, unless you're Catholic, I believe Catholics, marriage is indissoluble if you're Catholic. Although, I mean, I think there's some, like if the man's abusive, like beating her or whatever, or like, I don't know, infidelity, can you divorce if you're Catholic?
I don't know about Catholic, but it says in the Bible that you can. Like,
Can what?
you can leave your spouse if they have an affair. It's like one of the only reasons.
Oh, if you have an affair. I thought
Yeah.
you meant just in general.
Oh, no, not in general.
My understanding, at least I don't know, for the other Christian denominations, I don't know.
I've heard some stuff about like defrauding, like if you married somebody and they promised to give you a
No, but
baby
if,
and all this stuff. And
well,
then
here, let me ask this. You marry a guy, and maybe, let's say you don't have kids yet. You marry, it could go either way. Let's do one at a time. You marry a guy, he treats you well. There's no abuse. He's kind. He treats you well. No abuse of any kind. But you fall out of love. You're vaguely unhappy. Does that warrant divorce?
There would be a conversation about it first. I mean, I would try therapy, try to work it out, but
You do marriage counseling. He's not abusing you. He's still treating you well. He goes to the marriage counseling. You've just fallen out of love. You're vaguely unhappy. Does it warrant divorce?
if that's something that we agree on. And we can
No,
kinda-
he wants to stay with you. You don't.
I mean, if I don't want to stay with someone, I'm not going to.
Your answer?
If he wants to stay with me, he's still in love with me, so I need to do the work and fall back in love with him.
Okay. What about you?
Absolutely no divorce. My mom always said that when you get into marriage, you have to close one eye for the sake of the children.
I completely agree. Absolutely no divorce. Completely against that. I come from a divorced family, and it tore us apart. So I would never do that to mine.
No.
No.
Okay, pretty reasonable. In any case, though, it's funny. You can do all the right things. You can do the trad thing. There's this guy named Steven Crowder. He's a big conservative commentator, pundit, and my understanding is he married his wife. They were both virgins, both Christian, waited until marriage. This woman, you think all the the perfect, everything's perfect, right? She divorced him. She divorced him. She tried to ruin his life. She tried to ruin his reputation. She leaked from my perspective, a fair, some people might say the tone wasn't the best, a marital dispute. They were having an argument. He was sitting on the couch. He wasn't hitting her. He wasn't, verbally abusive or anything. But they were having an argument, as people do. We've all had arguments here. I'm sure none of us have been fully perfect when we've had a disagreement with a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
Did they have children?
Yes, they had, 2-3 kids or something? Virgin, both of them virgins. She divorces him, not just divorces him, but makes it a very, very public affair. She leaks, her and her lawyers leak this. Again, he wasn't hitting her. It was like an argument. They were having an argument. And you try to do the trad thing. You virgin, wait till marriage. And
But that's an outlier for that situation, though.
perhaps.
It's like less than 10% of people who wait till marriage together, they're Christian praying every day. It's like less than 10% of them get divorced.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean,
Like for other situations, that's very common, but for their specific situation, that's just very rare. Other than
well,
that,
I don't,
if they
I don't
weren't
know how
Christian-
rare divorce is, but
with Christians, like genuine Christians, it's very, very, very low.
I don't know what the stats are, but
Where were they
It's like
from?
around 10%.
Christina
Texas,
donated
I think. Or he's Canadian, right?
$29.99. Items, one total, $29.99 MSG, waving hand emoji.
Christina,
Ryan,
thank you.
Good morning from Sweden. Your podcast is the best.
Ooh, sweet.
Chaotic Mitch donated $30.
Thank you,
Marriage
Mitch.
ends in either divorce or death. Both are not good outcomes for men.
Yeah, a lot of times men will die after their wives die, not too soon after, if they're old.
yeah, I just don't see the benefit. Like, final thing on the marriage thing. I can tell you my reasons for not wanting to get married. Can you give me, like, a compelling reason why I should get married or men should get married?
I think it holds you accountable.
Yeah.
I know it's seen as a negative thing, this whole prenup, but I was actually having a talk about this with Noah, but because he believes the same thing. He doesn't believe in marriage.
W, Noah.
We have the same thing.
W, Noah. Stick to your guns, Noah. Go ahead.
Marry
continue.
this girl, dude.
It's more for safety. I know that we were talking about if someone were to commit adultery, how would you figure that out? How would you split everything and whatever you made during the marriage, especially if you're a growing couple? Obviously, before you sign a prenup, you have to read it, you have to agree with it, and usually both lawyers, I believe, are in contact to make sure that everyone's getting a fair share. But I think if you think about it more as safety rather than, oh, this is the other person.
Safety for who?
Safety
Yeah.
for each other.
How is it safe for me if I'm the breadwinner?
Endless love.
I actually think that the relationship is at greater risk of ending in a marriage.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
Pressure.
Incentive.
What's an incentive?
Incentive. If vaguely unhappy, let me just get a consult with an attorney. If I leave him, I get this much. Ooh, that starts to sound, but if she's just my girlfriend, I leave him and I'm back to the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Not that I
I
would date a
How
street
much of a
chick or whatever.
value money has, but still, I hate the idea of arguing for money. So, in my opinion, to get married, it's like with the child support. I never wanted it because I didn't want our connection to be
Your
And
relationship
bad
would be
because
strained.
of
But,
it.
but I think that's I think that's wonderful of you to do. In fact, even if you asked him to help you financially, I don't think that would be wrong. But I don't think a lot of women in your position do what you did.
Yeah, I know, and I
admirable.
hate it. It's terrible.
think a
People
lot of-
argue for a little bit of money just
For every woman like you, there's 100 women.
100,000.
There's 100 women who are gonna go to the court. They're going to, and I honestly I agree with you. That creates a lot of like. We couldn't just talk about this. You want to go to the law. You want to go to the court. We couldn't come to an arrangement. You want to bring it there.
I have no
That's
idea.
going to create, at least from the guy's perspective, like.
how can you bring life into this world with someone and afterwards argue about it just because of money? That I don't get.
Well, you're a gem because I can tell you a lot of women who find themselves, whether they become single mothers, they get pregnant, and the guy doesn't. They don't just let the guy off the hook.
Oh, the scary part is
a lot of women don't let men off the hook. They're very
They're
happy.
entitled. They're entitled.
Very happy to go to the court system and then force the man to pay child support.
there's actually even men like that, and that's actually a scary part.
Yeah, it does
I know
happen
a
to
couple.
women, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
It's very rare. And I do think it is the case that even if it were to be like, we started seeing women, they were earning more than, well, they are in some ways, but if women just were out earning the men, I think men just intrinsically would be less inclined to like want to claw money from women.
Yeah, they should.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. There's definitely men. It happened with Halle Berry. She's paying fucking $10,000 a month to her baby daddy.
That's
I don't think they
pathetic.
were
So wrong.
ever married. Britney Spears paying $40,000 a month to Kevin Federline. They have 2 kids or 3 kids or whatever.
There's definitely be a limit.
I think
on the
men,
payment.
though, overwhelmingly, even if the man, like, oh, she makes a lot of money, you as the guy don't, I think men will be less likely to seek that out.
And I think it's because of pride. So it's scary to
Yeah,
know
it could
that
be
women
pride.
doesn't have that.
It could be pride, and I think there's some cultural, social dynamics there too. But I guess trying to think if there's anything else. The marriage thing.
Do you think ending marriage would hold both sides more accountable if there was no such thing as marriage? Do you think there would be far less separation
Well,
rates?
to your point, you mentioned safety.
Yes.
Why is it safe? Because my question was, look, I can tell you, here's
Yeah,
all the reasons
reasons
I
to
don't
get-
want to get married. Give me reasons why I should.
For
And it's-
love.
I can still love a woman. I can still spend the rest of my life with a woman. I can have kids with a woman.
But she has to
I
give
don't
up the
need
dream
marriage.
of being married.
But also, like, yeah, it is
Okay.
accountability.
What,
You're
how does
right.
that? But what do I get? Again, the question is.
But when you're in a relationship,
Selfish.
the other one being happy makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
It's
And
like-
the way he's talking is like a divorced lady, selfish. Or a lady that initiates.
Because I've been
No,
in
I
a
think- I
relationship,
don't
like
think
every time you want to do something, the other one wants to argue just so that if you go somewhere, you're going to be sad or mad.
But why would there be a burden for a man to appease the whims of the girl? Why can't she appease my whims?
But if she does that in every other way, she commits to you, she's
I'd commit to her.
submissive, but her
I'm
dream
a
is to
leader.
wear that white dress, have that engagement dream, be the
feel
princess
like-
for a day.
I feel like when you find the woman of your like genuine dreams, that might change a little, especially if she wants marriage. Because I know I've been very opposed to many ideas before, meeting certain people, friends, whatever. And when I genuinely appreciated them, they changed. So, but that's just what I think. Maybe you just haven't met somebody where you're really willing to do everything.
I mean,
for.
I've dated great women.
Yeah?
Even if I met a great woman, this marriage thing is really I mean, the only scenario in which I actually would consider getting married is, and I don't really care about a woman's career or success though, and I think I'm in terms of a woman's income, she'd have to be top 1% for her to earn more than me. Well, yeah, she would have to be. The only instance where it would ever make sense is if she earned just as much or more than I did. And even then, even if you guys do earn the same amount, divorces can be very messy. It can still be very messy financially. You have to untangle everything. Lawyers get involved. Even if you guys both make the same amount of money.
Can you get divorced without lawyers?
You can, I guess, but it's complicated. Most people are not legally competent, I guess. So typically you have lawyers handle that. And divorces are expensive. Lawyers are expensive. So if she's a billionaire, oh, trust me, I want to marry her.
Let's say you have kids together.
Wow.
You'll be
Definitely
together.
marry-
All money. It's so sad.
Yes,
been
because
together.
the risk has been eliminated.
How about when you're older?
My concern with marriage, I don't mind. It's the financial component of it. The risk to me. She makes 10M. She makes 20M. She's a billionaire.
Maybe you shouldn't be
Oh,
with somebody
trust
who
me.
cares so much
I'm
about
getting
money.
down on one knee and I'm proposing. I'm proposing. I'm the most romantic proposal you've ever fucking seen. If she's a billionaire, trust me.
Oh God.
Let's say
And
you're
I'm not going to
50.
divorce. I'm not going to divorce her. I'm married to a billionaire. This podcast
How would
is
your
over,
life?
no offense.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, if
So
I'm
you
married
don't-
to a billionaire, sorry, I don't need a huckster. I don't need a huckster for some TTS donos. I'm good. Maybe I'll do this shit for fun every once in a while,
okay.
but fuck, actually not.
I was gonna say, how would your life change if you went from today to marrying this billionaire?
I would stop working tomorrow.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Hear that, guys? He doesn't really. He doesn't
why
really
are you
love
shaking
you.
your fucking? Why are you shaking your head?
Isn't this like your passion, what you like
Yeah.
to do? So why are you just gonna end it?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't think a man has hobbies or things
Working
he would
so
like
What are your
to
hobbies?
do if
How
he
would your
doesn't
life
need to
change?
work?
Are you gonna take up surfing again?
I would. Okay,
it's free.
Yes, I would fully focus on getting back to that. Fully focus on fitness. I would fully focus on
Fast cars.
Drop.
recreation, travel. I'm pumping a couple kids into her for sure. Trust me. Actually, no, I want 10 kids. So I don't know if she's a 20-year-old billionaire. She's perma pregnant for the next 15 years.
And you're going to be a stay-at-home dad.
Sure, fuck it. I'll be a stay-at-home. If she's a billionaire, you're damn right I'm going to be a stay-at-home dad. And I'm going to be the best stay-at-home dad ever.
Oh, okay. At least.
Oh, I'm gonna
that's
fucking
even.
kill it. I'm gonna
With
fucking
15
kill
kids?
it, bro. Give me the fucking minivan.
Why do you want that
Give me
many
the fucking
kids?
minivan. Dynasty, obviously.
But
Sound
let's
like
say
Elon Musk.
Hold on. There's this. So there's like a Bible verse, although I'm agnostic, that resonates with me. I'm gonna fucking butcher it, but sons. I think it's sons in a man's youth, but hold on. I'm pushing it a little bit here with my age. Sons. Nick, can you find me the quote? What is it? Sons. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them.
Wow.
Blessed is the man whose quiver is full arrows, sons. Yeah, fuck it. Give me 10 kids. 10 kids, yeah. Because look, you gotta, I want at least 2 or 3 sons. Because I want my son, I want my sons to have a brother. But maybe one of them's a fuck up, so I need a backup. So I need 3 sons. And then whatever.
the older they
Daughters.
get, the more definitely you will get girls.
Well, there is something I heard. Men who are stressed out, it has an impact on the sperm, and it's more likely to be a girl. If you're, that's why like really like I think super masculine guys, or I'm not saying I'm like super masculine or whatever, but I'm saying men who like have stressful jobs, or I don't know, they're just stressed for whatever reason, they end up having a lot of daughters. And you see that with like some of these like super high achieving men who are also probably stressed.
True.
They end up having a lot of daughters. Also,
They're cursed.
guys who are players always end up having daughters too.
Because they're cursed because they were fucking around.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But so you're going to be okay with a woman who gave you 10 kids. So you're also okay with the fact that her looks will definitely change. You're still going to be grateful for that wife and for the.
She's my, in this case, my billionaire wife. She's the mother of my children.
How about if she's not a billionaire and you don't have to marry her? You're still going to love her.
Yeah.
No matter, yeah.
Yeah, she gave me children. It's okay. You got some loose skin around your belly. I don't care.